done. So very good evening, everyone. This is another day of Be Agile Scrum. As we every single day remind each other with one important thing, which is called as COH, that is Code of Honor. Okay. So can someone tell me why do we need to remind ourselves with the Code of Honors? Any guess?
So we know that why we are doing this,
Mhm.
how we
So
have to do it with the
so
commitment.
yeah, thanks. So don't you think that
We
one? Yes, Pratibha, complete.
yeah, we remind code of honor because we need that energy to remind our goal and follow the rules.
Yes,
Clear.
but my question is that don't we think that one time will be enough? Why we need to repeat every single day? Mhm. Any any guesses? So that we imbibe them at honor in our personality. That's good. So any other thing? Anything else?
to remind us of our commitment.
Remind of our commitment. Very true, Aparna. And let me tell you this. Thanks for everyone's answer. Let me quickly share with you all that this is a very serious affair. That exactly this is for a reminder, and reminder is something where we find that potentiality that we are going to forget, and we need to have the anchor, and all those things will protect us every single day, because our goal has to be bigger than us. Okay, it does not have to be just an objective, it has to be bigger than us. And by giving it a connection and reference with the code of honor, we not only protect that bigger goal, but also we reconnect with that. And also there are in daily course what happens, we tend to forget many things, and that's why when we don't give the priority to our own goal, that is quite normal to forget that as well. And that's the reason these six yardsticks are six code of honors are the yardstick with reminders that how close we are to our goals. Okay, that's the very reason. This is not just a reminder for you, but this is also for me, that what I am going to commit to, and if I'm not following something, am I going to realign that or not? So this is also a realignment reminder to each one of you. So the very first one says that showing up live, so being on time, punctual, highly committed. And second one is being the full stack student, because you are learning, then you become a student, and you are supposed to do all the assignments, do self research, and repeat what you have learned. If you follow all this, then you can definitely ready to take the responsibility of success, else failure. And when you realize that you need to also take the responsibility of failure, then only there are chances it can be recorrected, and then it can become the trail for the success. Okay, and then on this game, what is very important, the point number 3 is only possible when you have positive mindset and learning mindset, and on this path you go complaint free, and that will happen when you load your mind with the gratitude. And the fifth one is increasing the receptivity, and for that I have given you an audio every single day to listen. And Earl himself says that it has to be listened for next 30 days. And one recognition you can have in your life, whether your day is going with positivity or negativity. So if you commit that for 30 days I am going to follow this, and you tend to forget even a single day, you can restart. But if you are not resuming back, somehow there is a chances that slightly a negative thought has hit your mind. So that's the one recognition yardstick for this. So increase your receptivity, but what you can do is that you can always follow the golden quadrant of learning to strengthen your dendrite connection, so that you can learn for longer and forever. And it says that before learning, start the declaration with the anchor and then go back and draw and then summarize it. So are we ready for the another declaration today? Yes, everyone with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. And at the count of three, what we are going to do is that we are going to repeat uh, what is highlighted over here on my screen. So at the count of three, we are going to self clap and high five to yourself, and then start. 1, 2, 3, and clap. I am a quick learner.
I am
I'm
a
a
I'm
quick
quick
learner.
learner.
quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What
What
others
others
can
Others
learn
can
and
can learn
learn
and
master,
and
master.
master.
I too can do that.
I
I
too
too can
can
do
do
that.
that.
Can do that.
Because I'm an awesome learner,
Because I
Because
am
I'm
I'm
an
an
also
awesome
awesome
learner.
learner.
Awesome learner.
today's learning is going to be super duper easy to me. Today's learning
Today's
Today's
is
learning is
learning is
going
going
to
to
be
going
be
Going
to
to
be
super,
be
super
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 duper
duper
easy
duper
easy
to
to
easy
me.
to
me.
me.
easy to
And
me.
once again, self high five and repeat. Yes, it is going to be. Yes, it is going
Yes,
to
Yes,
it
be.
is
Yes, it
it
is
is
going to
going to
going
be.
be.
to be.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, it is going to be because you said so. And the sixth one is that on this path, I request you to become a giver so that you can have expanded learning. So that keeps you your ego away on this path. And when it keeps your ego away and you learn a lot, it automatically keeps you spiritually grounded. And another request I have is that start having an intent of doing the charity, that is to give away to the society when you start earning. In case you are today itself you are earning, you must set an intent that either 5% or 10% you will start donating to the causes you believe in, by donating it to any needy one, or feeding to the hungry, or donating it to orphanage, or elder home, or mosque, temple, churches, wherever you believe in. And then appreciate what you are doing and what you are not doing, or something doesn't happen to you. Why? Because every single step is preparation for the further step, and what you appreciate appreciates you back. So I think if we are clear with this, then we can go to the deep learning. So are we ready for the deep learning today? Yes?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
By the way, before we begin, any question on the past activity which you intended to work, you did not do it, or uh, you just had some question you could not even ask yet? So any question around that, on the past learning? So I'm giving you opportunity to ask me. So it's all up to you. No? So we will begin. So today we are going to take a deep learning into very, very important stuff, which we call it as a agile planning and estimation. Okay. Have you heard of agile planning and estimation? Hello. Any answer? Am I connected still or not?
yes, you are.
Yes.
Okay. So have we earlier heard about the estimation? In sprint planning, we have always talked about that we are going to give the estimate. But how do we estimate? So any idea around that? Okay, so today I'm going to reveal this, that how we are going to estimate it. So yes, Apamita, thank you for the confirmation. Yes, so because you are also repeating, so I think it will be a good one for you to remind yourself about these type of agile planning and estimation. So what exactly happens in sprint planning? Everyone is given a chance to start giving the estimate from their own end. Okay, so how they can do that? So first we need to understand that we need to have a plan. Okay, and the plan is a breakup of your bigger goal, bigger vision. Okay, it could be yearly vision, so that your the bigger epic is clear. But remember, your smaller activity is also a goal in itself. So are we good so far? Have we understood? you can have a project of 1 year long or 3 years long, but fractioning it down even to a smaller activity is in goal itself. Do you understand what I said?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
thanks.
Yes.
Yes.
So understand, if 3 years goal is broken down in a year's goal, that will be broken down further in the various epics in the roadmap. Then we give them a release plan. Release plan can be your sprint plan. Okay, sprint plan. Why? Because in generally you will find that either it is 1 week long 1 week long sprint or 4 week long sprint. So every sprint will have the multiple stories. So first of all, understand that the moment you get the project, you also get a statement of work. Have you ever heard of this statement of work, which is also called as SOW? Okay,
Yes.
thank you so much for confirmation. So SOW is given to the client, and they understand what all the features, scope of the work, and the epics are included in it. Okay, and when these clarity are there, everything will go where? In the product backlog. Okay, what will happen when you have planned already as a product owner every single release, and you know that there will be 14 release, just for example, or 12 release, or say for example 24 release completely, because you are planning, you are looking at the roadmap, being a product owner. So you will understand that in every single release how many iteration would be there. So iteration would be a kind of a repetition. Okay, so in sprint 1 itself or in sprint 2 itself, if you understand that XYZ activity has to be released, then how many times its recheck of its developed part will be there, or it will be tested by the tester, or it will be reviewed by the business analyst. Okay, so that is one of the tasks. So what happens exactly, the stories will be broken down further into the tasks, and task will be in the activities, and these activities will be discussed every single day on daily basis. Are we clear that how the breaking down of this structure will come in front of us? Good with this?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
so what exactly happened, now we understand we have the final acceptance criteria against the user story, and those things can be discussed in every single day in the daily stand up. Now we know that we have the plan of the vision, roadmap, release, iteration, and even of the daily stand up frequency. We know that in daily basis we will discuss the daily activity. In the weekly status report, we will have overview by product owner and by with every single person about the task. And on monthly basis we are marking the stories done, 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 done. On quarterly basis we are reviewing the epics and the features, and yearly we are finishing every single statement every single day. But to estimate these all, but basically we estimate with the team in the sprint planning, uh, every single user story, even a task. Okay, so what all are those estimation techniques? So estimations are divided onto the size basis, how bigger the size of the user story is there or activity is there. Okay, and also those user stories are given a points. Okay, and considering those points and considering this velocity and capacity of every single member to deliver the activity, the hourly time is allocated or distributed. Okay, so how do we reach to that? To estimate the size, we have something called as t-shirt technique. Okay, which we give as a small, medium, or large. So any estimation cannot be exact. Okay, so it has to be relatable. Do you understand, everyone?
Yes.
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 So
Yes.
Yes.
every single item is cannot be discussed in terms of exact hours. So initially it has to be relatable. So relatable means if you have any reference point already, say for example, in the past you have developed, or in one of the project as product owner has experience of developing and delivering a task which was of the mid size. Okay, and so larger activity will always be means L will be always greater than the medium, and the smaller will be always smaller than medium in the size. Okay, now when it comes to points, so it is also called as story point, because we are giving the user story a estimation. So always the medium size may get a story point of a medium size, and for them it is nothing but it is 5, for example. And story points are given in a Fibonacci series. Okay, do you understand what is Fibonacci series? Any idea? Okay, Apamita knows it. So any idea to others what is Fibonacci series? Have you heard of it in the past?
No.
Okay, so Fibonacci
No.
series. Okay, thank you for your confirmation. Fibonacci series is a sequential numeric structure, a sequence. It's a kind of a sequence only, which starts with 0. Okay, and then it continues to increment by adding the previous number. So initially, if you find 0, and then next is 1, then next will be 1 again, because it will add up 0 and 1 and 1. Okay, so 0 will never be counted, so it will obviously start from 1, 1, 2, 3, and then uh, 2 and 3, 5, and then 8, and then 13. Are you getting how it
Yes.
has started?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it is always adding up to the previous number. Okay, so when it comes to 13, or it may go beyond that. So again, any t-shirt sizing technique will refer to the story point, and further that story point will have a reference of ours, that this story point is if it is complex of complex user story, it is, if it is defining a complex user story, then it has to be maximum 8 hours, because there is always always an 8 hour in a day, and you need to decide in that 8 hour what you can deliver. But remember that in Agile and in Scrum, almost 2 hours are dedicated for what? 2 hours are dedicated to meetings and all. So actual productive hours become the 6 hours. So considering that, you need to give your estimate. Okay, so let me ask you another question. Have you in the past gone through the velocity and capacity video, which I had recommended in the past?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so if you have gone through, then you will have more clarity now about the user story or story point and velocity and capacity. Okay, but yes, these are the name of a few techniques which we call it as a t-shirt, story point, and for giving a detailed hourly estimate, what we can do, we are going to look at it further. Are we good so far about these various names of the estimates? Can I move further?
Yes.
Okay.
This Fibonacci series is going to give the number of hours or number of user stories we have to work on in a
Yeah.
sprint.
So Fibonacci series, yes, you are right, Aparna, also defines, depending upon the user story point number, it defines that how complex that user story is. Okay. So one is the easiest one, can be finished within 1 hour or so.
Okay.
13 minutes,
Okay.
it will take the entire day. So again, this is a relative, relative connection. These are the references. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
not exactly that it signifies that these many hours only. So let's understand everything in more detail. So what I'm going to do is this, I'm going to open this up in the presentation mode. All right. So wait a minute. Yeah. So is it's more clearer to you, right? So this is also known as 5 level of agile planning. In the daily planning, what happens? Can you see this as just like an onion? Can you see that?
Yes.
This is also called as
Yes.
onion
Yeah.
framework. So every single thing like product vision, where you know what you are going to do, who will do, why will do, when it will be done, and what are the limitation, and if you are assuming something up. Okay. And then you break it down to product roadmap. Product vision is clear, then product roadmap has to be there, where you are aware of the releases date and the features which you are going to release, and then you know the objective, and you also are very well aware of the development approach. In release planning, you are well aware of the team capacity, iteration, stories, which is also user stories, the priority of that, you know the size and the estimates and definition of done, that what will be the acceptance criteria, and when you will consider it as a done. Okay, when you can mark it as done, when you can move from to-do list to in progress to done. Okay. And in daily planning, you will understand that every single day what you are going to talk about, that what you had done, what you have not done. But before that, in the iteration planning, the stories, task, definition of done, level of effort and commitment has to be reviewed, and it will be crystal clear to everyone. But because we are talking about these level of planning, which we call it as a 5 level of agile planning, there is a structure using that this will be written. So the simplest way to capture your vision is to use the elevator pitch format from Geoffrey Moore's template from Crossing the Chasm, and it says that it has to define your target customer. That, say for example, you can think in any way. Say for example, your target customer could be who? Your target customer are working professional in manufacturing company, just for example. Okay. So for manufacturing company employees, or just go ahead and you define a product. Okay, and then you can have your target customer. Who is the where you will define the who, statement of the need or opportunity, the product name is a product category, that, and then key benefit, compelling reason to buy. And unlike where you will also talk about the competitive alternative, and then our product, statement of primary differentiation. Anyone want to give it a try, that how a product is created? Can you think of any product which you are going to launch in the market? Give me some idea. Anyone? Can you think of any product? It could be any product, not necessary it has to be IT product only. So I am giving you opportunity to play around it. So anyone, any product? Okay.
Say like baby wipes.
Sorry, baby?
Baby wipes.
Baby watch. Okay, thank you so much. So let's go ahead with the baby watch. And yeah, we have another product also, car. So the age group, the target customer is defined from, can you also tell me the age group of that baby watch? 1 to
Uh,
12
yeah,
or
1 to 12.
1 to
It'd be like 1 to 12, 1 to 11.
1 to 11. Okay, let's go for 1 to 11. So uh, I want to launch a baby watch for babies who, the statement of the need or the opportunity, who have urge to know their time and play with time. Okay, the product name, you can think of the name of the product as a fun watch. Say for example, I name it as a tag it as a fun watch. The fun watch is a watch, that's the category that gives the that enables children to not only to play with it, but also give the opportunity to learn the time structure or to understand the time. Any other benefit you want to quote over here?
Yeah, I think that'd be probably like, yeah, play with it because it could light up, make
Can
noise.
show
Yeah,
the
talk.
actions,
Okay,
moving
what
actions.
moving action. So they want to get completely engaged with an object as a toy which has multiple benefits in it. Okay, unlike, do you remember any competitive brand which gives this kind of watch for creates watch for baby?
Hmm.
Say for example,
Uh,
Johnson and Johnson has such watch. Okay, so we'll go with that. So for babies uh, who wants to get engaged, uh, gets engaged with the watch. Okay, and we name it as a fun watch, so that they will continue to get engaged, having fun, and learning through that. Unlike Johnson and Johnson baby watch, which is one step ahead of that. So you can decide your own thing. Say for example, another is that, for example, uh, just MG is trying to launch a um, electric car. Okay, so uh, and this is specially made for chauffeurs, just for example, not for a normal public. So this is for chauffeur who wants to experience a luxury drive uh, in the car, just like Tesla, without sitting at it. Okay, and is it completely automated, but they have the complete knowledge of it for controlling, so that they can drive their passenger anywhere, any point of time, and those passenger should feel dependent on their chauffeur. Okay, because they are the guide for them to for the safe ride. Even it itself can it can be the self driven, but it is one step behind, way ahead, because it comes with existing insurance, as well as a complete guide dependency, so that uh, customer or rider or passenger feel always safe and secured in that car. Okay, and this is unlike Tesla, which does not give that level of safety and security. Just I quickly created one product. Do you understand that? So how easy and free you feel when you have someone with you all the time, with whom you can discuss something. You will not feel afraid, you will feel more secure. And that, for that very reason, say for example, MG has designed a car where it is also giving you an opportunity that chauffeur will be there in his presence itself. You are not going to get even afraid of the speed and all. Even though it is a self driven, a person is given to you along with whom you can discuss anything. Is it going to be more comfortable and giving you more freedom while you get driven? Do you agree with this? So I
Yes.
quickly redesigned it. Yeah. So yes. So this is how you can create a roadmap. So even for software, for say for example, this is for user who do, who does banking every single day. So for mobile user uh, who want to do banking of the fund transfer, using funds transfer, just for example, name of a product is ET is economic travel. I'm just giving its a name. So for a mobile user who wants to do fund transfer using ET, okay, for doing the party transfer, just like, say for example, there is another product and its name is Visa, just like Visa mobile banking for fund transfer, so that they will feel the ease and faster fund transfer experience, unlike the Visa fund transfer experience, and then your product name, the ET. So this is how you can elaborate, you can define. I gave you a quickie 3 example. Are we good with this? Did you understand how you can write a product vision?
Yes.
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 Okay, so we can go ahead
Yes.
further. So here is the roadmap, and roadmap will have the milestone, okay, where you will come to know about the release plan. So can someone read this quickly? Sonali, could you please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, with the vision published and accepted by all, the roadmap will serve as the next building block to ensure alignment to the original vision. This roadmap is meant to be used as a tool to organize high level pieces of the product. These can be businesses features and or architectural components that must be understood in terms of their value and dependency.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Sonali. So as this suggests, this defines that when the roadmap comes into the picture, I'm going to give you some names of some tools. Say, for example, Smartsheet. You can take a note of it. Then another is MS Project. So these are one of the project management tools. In that, you can define every single task or every single feature, and you can give its equivalent delivery date, and based on that you can also understand its dependency, or dependency is on which feature. Okay, so even that will be crystal clear. So if it has got any dependency, say for example, product B has dependency on product C and product A, it means that product C cannot be designed before product B, and product B cannot or sorry, feature B cannot be enhanced or developed before feature A. So even if you go ahead, because in the requirement gathering document or in the user story, you encounter this feature B to be explained further, you are going to give its release date into your MS project or smart sheet. The moment you will give it and you have defined its dependency that feature A has to be developed first, it will automatically adjust the moment you define the dependency of the feature, its delivery date, and also it will define the delivery date of features C, and you will also code or quote the the off days, like public holidays or weekends, every single day. So it will also pick the time. So for that you will have to go ahead and play these in the MS project or smart sheet, or you can find any free free project management tool, and you can define there. The roadmap will have the start date, end date of every single feature. If you have defined that what how many hours it is going to get take, and if it has got some dependency. Are we clear with the roadmap? And there you will find that every single dates that becomes the milestone for that feature to be delivered. Are we clear with this, everyone?
Yes.
The smart
Yes.
sheet and the another tools.
Yeah.
Which one?
Sorry, Sonali, could you please once again complete?
Yeah, I said which is the another tool you said?
It's a
Uh,
MS project or
I'm
smart sheet.
all right.
Okay, Microsoft project or smart sheet. So that you can utilize. So let me quickly go back and refer this again. And the third one is release. Savan, could you please read this?
Instead of writing detailed requirements for the entire roadmap, this next level planning only focuses on the upcoming release, which corresponds to a quarter or whatever dimension used in your roadmap. The goal of the release is to produce a backlog of work that is represented by a list of user stories that are estimated, prioritized, and ordered.
Yeah, thank you so much, Saman. So about the release, most of the activity we can define in Jira itself. Jira is one of the most budding and most recognized tool. So it has got its own cloud version as well. Now, this Jira is sometime also integrated with the AWS. AWS is Azure Web Services. So Azure is one of the Amazon product. Okay, so Azure is giving and enabling the organization to incorporate various other activities for project management, as well as product backlog management and every single stuff. So here you not only manage the stuff, say for example the release, you plan it very very well, you schedule it, and you have control over it, because in front of you for every single feature you are knowing that whether it is moving ahead in the prioritized manner or not, and whether you will also code the progress. How you will code the progress? Because after every user story, if you have committed hours there to be tagged, you can tag it. Like, as you remember, I told you that when you are defining a user story, in the comment you can write the acceptance criteria, as well as they will have the further section which is also called as estimated hours. So in that you can put the estimated hours, and when you are working every single day on the corresponding activity which is linked with that user story, you can also mention or quote the elapsed hours. Okay, elapsed hours you can quote over there. Are you following just now what I said, everyone?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
so what I'm going
Yes.
to do is quickly for
Was it?
you. Yes, ask.
Was it elapsed hours?
Elapsed hours.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
yeah.
elapsed. Okay. Thank you.
So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to quickly pause the recording, okay? And because I'm going to showcase you one of the dashboard we have been talking about every single day, and because of the security reason, this will be uh, this is not supposed to go on air. So I'm going to pause the recording, and the moment I'm done with the explaining that, I'm going to show you Jira. Okay, so once I am done that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to restart the recording. So but what I want you to remind me once I have explained you the Jira dashboard, the Kanban board I'm going to explain you, and also will try to tell you that how a user story can be written and where the elapsed hour can be quoted. Okay, so give me a second. I'm bringing the board in front of you, and when I'll bring that in front of you, I'm going to stop the recording as well. So yes, I'm on the verge of bringing this in front of you. Okay, am I still audible to you, everyone?
Yes.
Can okay,
Yes.
Yes.
super. Okay, I'm just entering the credential. Incorrect email address. It's happened. Okay, somehow. Somehow I'm just struggling with the credentials, so I'm putting it up. Okay, I have received one OTP. So I'm going to check that. Mhm. Give me a second, bear with me. What I'm going to do anyway, I'm going to pause the recording now so that I can show you that. So